What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to today's edition of Dream Firm Spotlight. My name is Tyler S. Clark, co-founder of Dream Firms, where, quite frankly, we help you to create your dream accounting firm. And to help you to do just that, I'm going to discuss with you the marketing strategy, the best marketing strategy that you are the most likely to ignore. And I don't know why you're going to ignore it, because here's really what you're looking for from marketing. When you're trying to think about marketing, it's really just a way to say communication. You're communicating in a certain way to a certain person to create a certain image in their mind when they think of you. And so when you really envision that end result you want from marketing, you go, what do I want? Well, I'd like to have as many people that meet a certain set of criteria to be aware of me and want to speak with me. That's really it, right? I want as many people of a certain type to be aware of me and want to speak with me. It's a very simple way to think about the end goal of marketing. So how do we do that? Well, before we do that, I want to share a couple of names, and then I want to ask you, what do they have in common? Okay. So you might be familiar with me. You're probably familiar with maybe someone like Tom Wheelwright or Jody Padar or Tom Hood or Jason Statz or Jackie Meyer, or there's a whole bunch of people out there that you go, actually, Tyler, I do think I know them. And you've probably never met me in person. You've probably never met a lot of those people in person, but you're certainly aware of them in some context. You probably think positively about most of them. And the question is what do all of those people have in common? And why would you be aware of them? Well, the thing that they have in common is the reason that that you are aware of them. And that thing is, we all consistently and regularly produce content online. It sounds really simple on its surface because it is simple. And so that's not the strategy in and of itself, but I have to use that as part of the launching point to get into the strategy. Because if you are unwilling to take time and speak your expertise, speak your words out into the market, it is impossible for you to gain literal brain real estate in your prospective dream clients' minds. It's infinitely harder because there's only two ways to do it. Option one is you're going to go and you're going to digitally knock on people's doors. You're going to call them. You're going to cold message them. You're going to cold email them. You're going to show up in their Facebook feed. You're going to advertise. You're going to put things in front of them. Or the other way is really an advanced referral strategy. That's how I want you to think about this strategy. It's a super advanced way to generate referrals. And referrals are a way of saying just, hey, I know this person. I think you should know this person too. Or I worked with this person. I think you might want to work with this person too. And so this advanced strategy is, in order for you to be someone who is worthy of being referred to in a marketing sense, like you should go and listen to this person, you have to regularly and consistently produce content. There's no other way to get around it. And that's why most people will ignore it. Because I even had someone literally jump off the Zoom as soon as I said produce content. They were like, nope, not going to do it. I was gone. And why? Right? Like this fear we have about producing content holds you back. And I can go through all the reasons of why you're afraid to do it. But in order to want to do it, you've got to envision the end result you want the most, which is less effort, less time, to have more people aware of you and aware of your expertise and want to work with you. Like that's what you want. You want as many people to be aware of you in a certain context as humanly possible. And when I say this is what you have to do that, people are like, I'm just not going to pay attention, or I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it because we have a lot of things that hold us back. And I'm going to share with you the number one thing that holds you back from basically everything in all forms of success in life, but definitely for implementing the most profitable marketing strategy there is. And this is the thing that's holding you back. I'm not going to say the words. It's not the candle itself. There's words on the candle. I hate candles. I hate the word that's on this candle, but I saw this candle in France of all places. And I was like, I have to buy this candle. I have to keep it on my desk. It's going to remind me of why it's important to move forward, even when we're afraid, scared, when we think we're not good enough. The reason you don't produce content is because you think that you have to be better than you are right now. It's unreasonable for you to go, oh, I'm going to be, I need the perfect light. I need the setup, Tyler. I need the fancy camera in the background. I need X, Y, and Z before I do the thing. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You've got to, if I showed you the first video I ever made, you'd be like, that's laughable. It's laughably bad. And of course it is. It's the first time I tried. You're not Michael Jordan the first time you pick up a basketball. Why do you think you would be incredible at producing content the first time you do it? And so we use that as a reason to not do it at all. But everyone that I mentioned earlier, every person that that regularly does this, they will all tell you one thing: I wish I started sooner. And the reason they say they wish they started sooner is your audience builds, you get better skills. And here's the advanced referral strategy: is once you have the audience, once you have at least some form of people who are paying attention to you online, it can literally be less than 100 people. It doesn't even have to be anything significant. They just have to go, oh, this person regularly does this stuff. They regularly promote. They have access to the same type of people we would like to work with. So we should probably put on something together, because there's no way that their audience has 100% overlap with our audience. And so by extension, when you go and you partner with someone, if I were to go and say, hey, Jody Padar, or hey, Tom Wheelwright, and I've worked with Tom and I've been on podcasts with Jody, and I was like, hey, we should do something together, the odds that they say yes are infinitely higher than if I go to them and I have nothing and I say, oh, I would like to do something. They'd be like, well, what have you done before? Why have I never seen it? When I Google you, how come I don't see anything? Can you at least send me a little bit of what you've done or so far? And if you don't have that base of just proof that you can have a conversation, you can share expertise, you're not afraid to turn the camera on, you're not afraid to publish things, then they're not going to entertain the conversation at all. But as you do that, you'll slowly attract bigger and bigger opportunities with larger and larger audiences. That this is not a long-term thing, right? Like it is, this can happen so much faster than you realize. Like this is a marketing strategy when implemented weekly, and I'll talk about how to implement it later, but weekly, 30-minute time commitment per week, once a week for 6 weeks. That's going to be like 25 videos approximately. Just that, just you do that for 6 months, you'll never stop because you'll already see the benefit of it. I guarantee it. Like I guarantee it 1,000,000 times over. And it does not have to be perfect. It won't be perfect because perfect doesn't exist. You get started, you get better, you get better, you get better. The content you produce gets better. You realize things about your speech pattern, the topics, how all sorts of insights come from when you start. But you never get those insights when you continually push it off. It's just impossible. And then when you have 25 videos, as soon as someone looks at you, even if they're low view counts, they go, this person's consistent. They've got something going on here. We should want to do something with them. Why not? Right? Like, why not? Because everybody wants more of an audience. So this is my point, okay? Once you've done that, then you can leverage it and go and ask bigger companies if they want to do things with you. Right? Like Ignition is a company that is so much larger than me. They are way larger than me. But I go to them and I say, hey, perhaps we should do something. And sure enough, I'm going to be leading 2 webinar panels in like a few weeks from now on a variety of topics. And I know you hear that and you go, but you do this, you do these marketing things. If you're going to just say, I can't do it, that's the problem. You absolutely can do it. Look at the vast array of accountants that are producing content. And I guarantee every single one of them has a significantly easier journey in marketing and a more profitable business. I guarantee it. It's not even a question whether or not it works. It does. It's just, why aren't you doing it? And how can you be consistent with it? So what I'd like to do is I'd like to transition to not just talking about why this is so important to do, but also how to do it. So I'm going to give a very high-level overview of a 3-part series we have in the Dream Firms Network. If you're like, what's the Dream Firms Network? Buy the Practice Igniter Challenge. It's $67. You get a whole bunch of stuff. But in the network, we have a content planning session, right? So like literally, how do you plan for the content that you want to create? The next thing that we have, all for free, once you spend the $67, right? Like we have a content production. So it's like, how do you actually create the content, not just plan for it, but how do you do what I'm doing right now? And then the final one, which I think is the most valuable one, because the biggest thing that holds people back is like, but how do I get it on YouTube, then on Facebook, and then how do I get the snippets? And like they want to maximize it immediately, which is the wrong mentality. But I want you to know how to do it, which is the content syndication guide. And again, all these things are available inside of the Dream Firms Network, whether you're a Create Your Dream Firm program client, whether you're an Igniter client, it's available to everyone in the network. So let's cover the high-level overview of these. So content planning is just a way of saying you want to make sure that there is some level of interest in what you are going to be talking about. And then you want to make sure that when you get ready to do this weekly, you don't show up and be like, what am I going to talk about? Right? Like, I don't know what I'm going to say. So planning is literally just what's the plan, and to really at least have some interest in the topics I'm going to talk about. Like if I were to create some really obscure topic, there's not going to be a whole lot of interest in it. But if I create something that I know has interest based on research, then I can do it. So I'll give you an example. And this to me is one of the hidden gems. I'm going to show a couple of cool tools. I'm going to show a couple of cool things for you guys here. But this to me is one of the hidden secrets of marketing on the internet. If you're already aware of it, great. If you're not, buckle up. But this is how we do market research specifically on YouTube. Okay. So if I'm on YouTube, there is a platform that I absolutely love. It's a free Chrome extension and it's called vidIQ. Okay. It's in the top right, right here. Okay. And that's vidIQ. Okay. So you can just type in Chrome extension, vidIQ, install it on your computer, on Chrome, 100% for free. And what it does is it gives you all of these delicious statistics on the right-hand sidebar. Okay. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is that this bar here is the most informative bar there is. And what you'll see I could literally pick any search term. I did accounting for real estate just because, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here because I can see a couple people squinting a little bit. So I picked accounting for real estate, and these are the search terms, or this is what comes up. Okay. And so we've got, real estate accounting, chart of accounts. What do real estate accountants do? And then you can see that we've got an overall score here that is high. Now, the reason that this is interesting is the one thing that I'm looking for anytime you do any sort of like keyword research, and again, we're planning, is I'm trying to figure out, is there a high volume and low competition? That's the number one thing you should be looking for. Because if there's high volume, it means a lot of people are looking for it. They're looking for help on it. But the competition is very low, which means not a lot of people are taking advantage of it. And you might say, but Tyler, there's a couple of videos here. I go, yeah, but even if you look at most of these videos, and they're doing okay, right? Like they're doing all right. There's still tons of opportunity available here, like an unbelievable amount. And the other thing that you can do for like keyword research is I could do real estate, and then Google will pull in different things. Now, there's not going to be too much on this one, but you could do like real estate tax, right? And then tax loopholes, right? Tax tips, tax deductions, tax breaks, tax lien investing, taxation. And so these are different ways of thinking about topics for videos. Google will tell you what is a popular potential topic if you just start to fill in the high level overarching topic that you're going to talk about. It will feed you back popular responses. So anyhow, that's the first part of planning, is you just go, is there a market for this? And again, we could put in like we could do cannabis accounting, right? Just and then see like, right, what's going on here? Even lower competition, and the volume's almost the same. You see what, and again, I could pick any, like I just picked arguably two of the hottest, most popular niches, and there's just a tremendous amount of volume and a very low amount of competition. Okay, so beyond that, for planning, the key is keep it simple. Just use a Google Sheet. Just get a couple of titles. I'm not going to go like in through every single piece of this, but main things with titles is you want to keep them short. You don't want them to be long. You just don't want to show up and not be like, what am I going to talk about today? Just be like, oh, this one. I'm going to talk about affiliate marketing, or I'm going to talk about marketing strategies. Like that's what I do. I'm like, oh, I'm going to talk about the importance of producing content today. That's what I'm going to talk about. Or I'm going to talk about the general ledger, or I'm going to talk about the Augusta rule, or I'm going to talk about, right? It's just like, what are the topics? And then you hop on and you talk about it. Okay. Second part here, which is content production. Okay. So content production is just how you ultimately start, right? Biggest thing is you will second guess yourself like crazy. You will stumble over your words. You will have awkward pauses. You'll feel like I use my hands weird. You'll have all the, I'm laying back too much. I'm too loud. But the way to prevent any of those things from stopping you is you don't pre-record your content. Like right now I'm live. I can't stop. I can't take the time to go back and be like, I'm going to do it again, because you have a really finite amount of time as a business owner. Like it's extremely limited. And so the time you try and take to script, I'm not saying don't have bullet points. I'm not saying like just wing it like crazy. Like I've got an idea of what I want to talk about, but I'm not scripting every word, and I'm not pre-filming it and then uploading it, because the time to do that and this, right? This will paralyze you, because you're like, oh, I can do it better. And then all of a sudden you got a meeting, or oh, you have to go, and then you're like, I'll just come back to it. And then you never come back to it. It's gone, right? Like how many videos have you wanted to started, and then never finished and never uploaded? Probably. Thank you. Exactly. It's natural. It's normal. So you have to create the environment, a production environment in which you can't allow everyone, right? Your own worst critic to dominate whether or not you make progress. Okay. So very simple production schedule that I like. People can disagree with me, but whatever. You have a Facebook group. We're not going to cover Facebook groups right now, but you have a Facebook group. You go live on Zoom. What's nice about Zoom is then you can send emails to get people to register for people who don't use Facebook, right? So you can still get people to pay attention to your content. So you can pre-promote it with a Zoom link via email and say, I'm going to be live at this time to talk about general ledgers, to whatever, right? Whatever the topic is, tax savings for niche. You open Zoom, and then from Zoom, you go live into your Facebook group. So now you've already got it in two places. You've got live attendees from your email list. Then you go to Zoom. There's a small technical thing. Just Google how to integrate Zoom and Facebook Lives. It's very simple. And now your Facebook group has one piece of content from you per week, which is pretty much all there ever needs to be. Final point is that every Zoom call you do, whether it's content, whether it's with a client, prospective client, you should have everything being recorded. And if everything's being recorded, it means you can review it or you can publish it. Now, I'm not publishing anything from clients or prospective clients, but if I can publish this type of content, it's much faster, right? Because I already have the recording, I did the live, and now I just get to repurpose it very quickly, and onto YouTube it goes. Okay. Some other quick points about production, just because I really like this topic. Right now, and I want to do a quick example, I do not actually have my ring light on. So lighting is one of the primary things you need to consider. The camera itself is another one, and sound. That's pretty much it. And of course, your background and generally how you want to look. But just look at my face right now. Okay. Now look at my face. I'm probably a little bit brighter. I probably look a little bit livelier. I looked a little bit like a corpse a minute ago, but now I have my light on and I totally forgot to turn it on. Like it happens sometimes. So ring light is an absolute must. It's like 50 to 100 bucks, depending on the size of the light you get. Generally bigger is brighter, brighter is better for video. There's another light back here, but you definitely don't need that one. It just makes the sign look a little bit cooler, or the award, 100K club for our clients. Camera. Hopefully I can bring this over here. It's sort of, all right, you can kind of see it, but not really. This is a Logi Capture. There it is. Logi Capture. I'm not using this, but it is the GOAT webcam. It's literally listed in the production guide. I give all the links to all the gear we recommend in there. So again, if you want to like know specifically, but Logi Capture got a built-in mic, which is great. But if you want to upgrade the mic, you can get a Blue Yeti, which is like 100 bucks, and makes the sound a little bit crisper. But that's it, right? Like from production standpoint, the main thing to pay attention to is just how you do it. And I think I've given you a pretty good way. Go live, Zoom, Facebook. Then just pay attention to your gear. And once you do it consistently, the rule of thumb I give my clients is like, if you've done this for 3 months, every week for 3 months, treat yourself. Buy a nice new webcam. Don't go and buy stuff if you haven't proven you've actually developed the habit. Just use your existing stuff you have right now. You can use your phone. You can use the webcam on your computer. Like you don't need all of that. Just prove you're going to do the work and then treat yourself. Okay. Final part is syndication, which is what I think most people here are like, Tyler, how do you get the YouTube shorts? Tyler, how do you move it from even Zoom onto YouTube? How do you make sure that YouTube reads the information the right way? So I'm going to break this down. I'm not going to get too technical on it, but there's really 2 things you have to do. One, you have to recognize you have an incredibly finite resource of time. So in order to syndicate on a lot of places, you need help, right? Like you need a social media manager, ideally a video editor. I think you can get 80 to 90% of our syndication done with one really good VA, because really they're just social media, light video editing, and that's pretty much it, right? Like that's all. They just need to make sure it goes into the appropriate places. But the other thing that they need are tools, right? Like they need to know how to use software tools to expedite the syndication process. So I'm gonna just kind of finish the vidIQ tutorial because I think it's just so useful. And so, for instance, just coming back into here, one of the things that I think people get hung up on is, well, how do I make it like Google friendly, right? How do I make sure that there's like SEO associated with my videos? And so if we're going to just kind of like stick with the like the cannabis thing right here, I'm just Sam CPA. Hope I drive some traffic to you, brother. Glad to see you're out here producing some content. Let's see if I can do a little bit of help for you here. Okay. So on the right-hand side, this is all of the additional data that vidIQ will provide to me, right? And you can see, I can see his total channel views, the number of subscribers, the total number of videos he's produced. It also shows me, is this person following YouTube SEO best practices? He's missing some of the harder ones like chapters added, which is a little bit more technically complex, but it's not that hard. It's very easy to add. End screen added, again, just a small process improvement. But the one thing that I'm going to pay the most attention to is I'm going to pay attention to tags. So tags are just a way of you telling Google or YouTube what this video is about. Okay. And there are different tag strategies, but generally speaking, I'm going to take a look at a video that's ranking well on the search term that I want. So if I'm looking at cannabis accounting, I'm going to say, well, Sam CPA with video 26, cannabis business accounting, seemed to have done a pretty good job on this. Primarily because of the title, right? Cannabis business accounting. That's one of the major, it's not a tag, it's the title of the video. So if the title matches the search term, you're already doing a really good job, right? Like, don't get fancy, don't get cute. Sometimes literally just call it whatever the search is, cannabis accounting, right? Like you can just literally call your video that as the title and it will do really well. The main thing though, that I'm showing you here is the tags. And so you'll notice he's got accountant, accounting, business, cannabis, CPA, credit cards, crypto, debit, federal government, federal level. goods sold, inventory, justifications. And you might say, well, what do all these things really mean? And so from a tag perspective, you're trying to do two things. You want to have some overarching high-level concepts like accountant, accounting, marijuana, anything that are sort of, again, high level, just like broad terms, but you only want that to be a few things. And then what you want to do is you want to create the tags that are going to be closely aligned with the search term that you're looking to occupy. So again, cannabis accounting or cannabis business accounting. And then I would create variations of those words or terms in different ways. So I'd say how to do accounting for a cannabis business, accounting cannabis, marijuana accounting, right? Like I would do different variations of tags. But the cool thing about vidIQ is, let's just say you look at this and go, these are great tags. You can literally just copy them, which is crazy. Like you can literally just be like, I'm going to just take these tags. And then when you go to use vidIQ as a producer, when you publish them, you can just literally copy and paste the tags and then change them out. Now, of course, I don't recommend that. But for people who are like, you know, I really am struggling, I don't know what to do, I'm short on time, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just take what other people have done successfully. And you can, I think anyone here could look at this and go, well, I could probably change out at least a few of these to be more relevant to marijuana and accounting. Or like, it wouldn't be that hard. And that's about it. And so like, that's how you get the more technical tagging SEO piece done for YouTube specifically. But the main way that you syndicate, and again, like just one last time, right? Like if you want like this in way more detail, just sign up for the Practice Igniter Challenge. Like let's do it. You get a whole bunch of more stuff. But the main thing is delegation, right? Like you need to edit the video a little bit. You got to know the different parameters for, you can only upload 10 minutes of video on LinkedIn, for instance. This video is already close to 30 minutes. So I would need to pick 10 minutes. Then I need to say, watch the rest of the video on YouTube to drive traffic off of LinkedIn to my YouTube channel. I need to have a pretty good video editor who could take the best sound bites of each video and create those 10 to 20 to 30 second clips to then get onto TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram stories. And so that's really what syndication comes down to, is there's way too much for you to possibly do, but you don't even need to worry about that, again, until you have 20, 30 videos that you've created. Because what's nice about content in general is that once you do that, you have a library, right? Like you never want to hire someone and be like, oh man, they don't have enough to do, right? Like, what are they going to do? Like, I've got this video editor, but like, am I going to make like 10 hours of video this week? Like, no, you're never going to do that. But if you've got a library of videos that's, 20, 30 deep, they have a lot to work through to create those shorts, to then republish onto other different platforms, to get it into 10 minutes and pick the 10 best minutes and then put onto another platform. So again, there's quite a bit here, but once you get into the rhythm of this, now you get to go and you get to say, hey, big software company, hey, other person who also works with my prospective dream clients, I bet we could put on something together and I'll bring in more people that aren't aware of you or that trust my opinion and the things that I like and are likely to go with those. Literally, the definition of referrals is advanced referral strategy. Then they do the same thing. They're like, oh yeah, for sure. We'll bring in a bunch of people that trust what we say, and we're going to say they should trust and listen to you too. And so by extension, both of your audiences grow. Like this is the fastest, most profitable way to grow a business, period. Like I can't even like properly communicate the impact it has when you do it. One last point on this, right? I think everybody wants more prospective clients of a higher caliber, but even if you just take caliber and quality out of the equation, you want more people to show up to calls that respect you, just period. Just like forget the quality of the person for a second. What determines whether or not someone shows up and respects you more? One thing. Reciprocity. They already feel like they owe you something. They already feel like you're an expert. And the only way that you can create an expert status is by taking the time to teach and educate people for free. It's the only way to do it. And so if you want a higher level of respect from everybody, vendors, clients, potential clients, employees, potential employees, again, like I can't even enumerate all the benefits that this does for you. But once you start, you'll start to notice them. It'll start to happen. You'll just start to realize that things are easier. You have more respect. You have more people buying from you. You have more calls on your calendar. You have more advanced referral opportunities. This is what happens when you do this. And so again, if you want more help with this, please feel free to check out the Practice Igniter Challenge. There'll be links floating around here. There's a link on our website. It's $67, gives you 30 days of access to the Green Firms Network. You'll get these as well, in addition to all the things that the challenge itself provides to you. My name is Tyler S. Clark. I sincerely hope you do not ignore this strategy, and I sincerely hope that you start as soon as possible because its benefits dramatically outweigh any of the potential drawbacks. Thank you so much for your most precious resource. Remember that only you can create your dream firm, but we are here to help you every single step of the way. Have a fantastic rest of your work weekend. Thank you so much. Talk to y'all soon.